What's up, vinyl community? I started realizing, just because my wife and I are in the process of moving and everything that comes with that, and our rent house, or the house that we're going to be renting, is not done yet, doesn't mean that I can't still, make videos and put them on here, at least to have the discussion. I mean, it's better to talk and have a conversation about something, even if we're not looking at a physical record or CD or memorabilia, what have you. And I don't know, I kind of wanted to put this out there just to see what you guys think. I also to build even more of a base, because I want to have bigger discussions, So I right now am listening to the book by Alana Nash called The Colonel, and I believe the subtitle is like The Extraordinary Story of Colonel Tom Parker and Elvis Presley. And I'm really enjoying it. It's actually my first time reading one of Alana Nash's books. I've always heard that they're really good books, more factual than not. So that's been great. I've really enjoyed it. Right now I'm in the part of Colonel's early life, far before Elvis in the Netherlands, and kind of his journey. And what comes with that is the discussion about the Colonel in general and how healthy of a relationship was that with Elvis. And so I kind of want to put that out there as a discussion to see what you guys think. I know a lot of people default to that the Colonel was just money hungry, he was bad for Elvis, Elvis should have kicked him to the curb, all this stuff. And I get that point of view, I really do. And for a long time, for a lot of years, that's where I really sat. But I've had kind of a change in that viewpoint. Yeah, I do think that there are good and bad parts to Elvis and the Colonel's relationship. And I do think that there is a point where he should have fired him, honestly, and moved on to somebody else. But I think that most of that blame, honestly, and I know some of you guys might not agree with me, and that's okay, and that's why I want to have a discussion about it. I think the majority of that blame actually falls on Elvis himself. I think that he was so stuck in this dichotomy from his upbringing and maybe even comfortability, of not wanting to lose a good thing, not wanting to take that gamble of getting rid of the Colonel and seeing what would happen. I don't know. I think at the end of the day, Elvis passed away in 1977 because of a handful of points. And I think those roughly sum up to, number one, Elvis had a drug problem. He had a prescription drug problem. He was addicted. As many people who want to sugarcoat that and say that he didn't, or that it's the Colonel's fault, the Colonel's fault that he was addicted, that's not true. Those are choices made by a person to pursue that, to pursue something else. I think it's circumstantial also, but I also think that Elvis liked it to a degree, the prescription drug part of it. But at the same time, I think that Elvis was an artist. And I think an artist can be creatively snuffed out if they are constantly put in situations where they can't artistically express themselves. And I think that's hugely important. And I think that Elvis was constantly stuck in business dealings and relationships and encounters that would get him stuck and bogged down. I was actually just watching the video that I believe the channel is Elvis the Man. Elvis is the Man, I think is the name of it. That he posted, and he's talking about, was Vegas good for Elvis? And I think that, I don't know, I think it falls in that same line. that he was locked into these huge contracts, like with the movie years in the 60s. Did not like them, felt like he couldn't get out, but at the same time, he could have fought harder, but I think at the end of the day, he didn't necessarily want to, because he knew that it was consistent money. Yeah, he probably knew that it was artistically killing him, and that's why I think when someone else came around, like Steve Bender with the 68 comeback special telling him, you have incredible talent and you need to get back out there and show it, that it was exciting for him, and also nerve-wracking, and I think the nerves also energized him too. The same thing with the long Vegas contract from 69 to 74. I think it's too much of a lock-in to where he hated Elvis, or not hated Elvis, sorry, Elvis hated Vegas. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to put that question out there. I think at the end of the day, yeah, Colonel made bad decisions. I think Elvis made bad decisions though, and I think it's okay to put some of that blame on Elvis. We don't have to, you know, put him on a pedestal and say that he's a perfect human being, because he's not. We all make mistakes. We all like to get comfortable, and we all get in a rut sometimes, and we all don't know what to do the majority of the time. So I don't know, just want to have an honest discussion. So looking forward to you guys' comments, looking forward to seeing what your perspective is. Love you guys. Hope everybody's staying safe and doing very well in this time that can be pretty hectic. Again, hope everything's going great, and I will see you soon. I kind of like this. I like these little driving monologues, these questions. Maybe we can get something really rolling here. All right. Talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.